Oh, hello. The more astute of you will have noticed that I have been reading a book. It's Stargrave. I'm going to review Stargrave today for you boys and girls. I play Stargrave a lot at the War Games Club. It's convenient. The two things about it I don't like, but I'm going to keep them as an exciting cliffhanger so that you have to watch to the very end if you care tuppence for my dopey opinion. Well, I'm sure you don't. But anyway, hello. How are you doing? Stargrave. So, it's a skirmish game in effect. You generate a captain and a first mate, bosun, whatever you want to call him, depending on your type of crew, I suppose. And you can find out what ship you've got now, all those sorts of things. Your background story, it's all in there if you want it. And then you choose a crew, and your crew can have up to 4 specialists. And they are expensive, but you have 400 credits to spend at the beginning. And then if you have any money left, you can have more crew, some of which are even free, like runners. And the idea of runners is they're rubbish. But if you find something like a big computer, you know, like when there's riots, you always see somebody behind at the back, I've got a big telly, some trainers. And off they go. So they're a bit like them. So you think, I found a big box. You give it to the runner, and he beetles off to the ship, and then it's all safe. And he's rubbish anyway, so you're not bothered about losing him. And then you do different actions, and you have an adventure in a place. You have to go to a place. You could have just a tablecloth down, and if you've got a white tablecloth and a few rocks, you don't even have to be out in the garden if you haven't got a garden. You're randomly wandering home and you find a proper rock and scatter them about, and you've landed on an icy planet. You might have Lego and make a Lego planet. You might have a load of buildings, necromunda, stuff you have for years. You might have all sorts of Wild West buildings. I don't know, whatever buildings you've got, chuck them on. Bit of scenery. Scenery's good because you can hide behind it. And you have fun. And at the end, you dice for what's happened to everybody and how much loot you've got. And that builds up your experience, your money, which you can spend to improve your crew and improve your statistics or buy extra stuff. There you go. In the last game we played, I had enough extra money to start to convert one of the empty cargo bays into extra living accommodation, so I can increase my crew, so I can have more people, have more berths, if you see. So that's that. So that's the good stuff. Bad stuff. 1, the expense of it, the cost. Now, all of these hardback games you have to buy. They're all the similar price. It's no more expensive than, say, 5 parsecs core space. They're all slightly or more expensive. You don't have to expend anything on figures. You only need about half a dozen figures to start. It could be anything. There could even be low-tech World War II American naval marines, British paras. It don't matter what they are, to be honest. I use squats from 40,000 Warhammer, and my brother uses Legion. So it don't matter. Play with what you got. So that's a saving. But a lot of these hardback books, they give you a lot of stuff you don't need. A lot of twaddle. Lovely pictures. Okay, but I can get pictures of spacey stuff anywhere. I can get them certainly on the internet, can't I? So that's not really worth the money. I would imagine you can probably condense the whole book into crucial stuff you need into about 4 pages. Really. And everything else is gobbledygook. In the olden days, when I was a lad, we used to make our own rules up. And we just made our own rules up. It didn't cost us anything. But we don't do that anymore. No. So, but my biggest gripe is the shooting system. So, when you come to shoot, you throw most things on a D20. So, I'm going to shoot at you. Oh, no, don't. I've got to. I'm sorry. It's one of them things. So, I throw a d20. Say I throw a 15. I add my firing factor for my squad captain, that's a 5. And then I add any modifiers, so I might be aiming, I might have an improved weapon, I might have sights. But then I subtract, because you might be hiding behind a wall or in a building. So, and then you come up with a total. Let's say I come up with 22 when I've done all the modifications. A random arbitrary number. Now, to defend that, you throw a d20, but you add your fight score. Now, that's where I get confused. Why? You're not fighting. Why? And it's nothing to do with your armour. Your armour's different. So why not have a defence factor? I can only imagine that this fight score is encompassing a whole range of things. Military ability, best use of terrain. Look, all these imponderables that you can't write into every single rule system. But it doesn't say that. It just says, how'd you fight? You're not fighting. I don't get it. So, if you know better, mate, tell me what it is, make a comment. Let me know. I'd like to say, I'm thick. I know, I get it. I don't mind. Make a comment, let me know. Tell me what you think. If you're a big fan of Stargrave, tell us why. If you hate it, tell us why. If you couldn't care less, well, you tell us why, but I don't think it'll be very exciting, will it? Well, tell us something. What's your favourite ice cream flavour? No, I don't know. I'm rambling. Yeah, so what I was going to say was, I don't like that fighting, shooting thing. So imagine I've got 22 and you throw your d20 and you add on your fighting factor and you've got 17. So I beat you. 22, 17. I won. Now you forget all that now, which again seems a bit laborious. And now what you've got to do is your 17, no, my 22, I'm already getting confused, I've got it written down. Your armour, let's look at your armour score, it's 10. And I've got 22. So you take 10 for your armour away from my 22, leaves 12. You have just taken 12 points of damage. So that comes off your health. Now, some crypt troopers only have a health of 12, in which case you'd be down to 0, bonk, you're off. If you've got a health of 14, you're down to 2. If you lose 4 in a single hit, you're stunned. If you lose it all, you are taken off the board. At the end of the game, everybody gets diced for, and the majority of people are fine and dandy and live to fight another day. So, but that's my criticism. I don't like that. It seems complicated. Tell us what you think. Anyway, for what it's worth, that's my review of Stargrave. I'd like to hear from some of you who are playing it, and you know what I'm going to say now. Ta-ra, Chuck!
How much can I add moving faster, Chris?
Half.
Yeah.
So if your movement's 6, then it becomes 9.
9, right.
And if it's 5, it's 7.5.
Okay.
3 William.
Yeah.
If you're worried about,
You don't have to. I mean, you could do one at ordinary distance and take a shot somewhere.
Right, that's my captain done.
my captain's staying up there.
Oh,
That's
14
better.
and 3, 17.
Right, and his health is 14. So that stuns him,
That's 9, yeah. That knocks him over.
and he's down to 5.
Is it over 3 or 4 to
4.
stun?
4.
Yeah. Right, that's his action. He's got a move action left, so you'll trundle forward and take him with him. I don't think they're in range, are they? No, they're 4 inches away. So
Right.
they'll have to become odds and sods
So
now.
have you got your last chaps, Rog?
Yes, well, I've got my bosun. So.
I didn't realise I had so much cover.
Right, with my second
all of
action,
us.
I'll check out this thing.
Yeah, you just take the lead off him. 9. Oh, ooh, I've got first on it.